What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who's represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a
Habaragani, Bombskin & Co. is the true definition of self-care, self-love, and repeat. We are what we create in this life. Bombskin & Co. chooses to create something innovative and unforgettable. Check out our website for more information.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kujichagulia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, mid-size sedans, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
What's going on? My name is Doe. I am the owner and creator of Madeline Jenn. Madeline Jenn is best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and it's since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I'm a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times, I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For election day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. And we'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, and let's build together. Shouts out to the fam. We about to do some wisdom mining. Get your thoughts in order. I know I didn't give y'all the folktale in advance, but it's about to go down. Shouts out to my warriors, nation builders, and elders. Folktales for grown folks. Put the babies to bed. We about to have real talk. Real talk. Going down on G&J.media. Fooey. All right, family, let me do this the right way. I need to do this the right way. Lord, I ain't even set that up. I'm so excited. Well, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Man, let me go. I want to put up some stuff real quick so that we can start to talk. But you know the black line is open right now. Unfortunately, my messages are not going out. And also for somebody that want to come on the Kwanzaa Meets, be the first one on one of our shows to do the Kwanzaa Meets, by all means let me know. We're gonna be chopping it up. Hold on one more second. I need to post something else up real quick. So that y'all can stay in touch with us. And since the alerts ain't going out and stuff like that, I want to make sure I get y'all the right information so that y'all can keep up with us. All right, so what I'm posting up right now, this right here is where we're going to be putting a lot of our messages and stuff where you can know when the show is going down. You keep up with us. All you got to do, you sign up for the list. Of course, you get the 7-day free e-course. Just free e-course, but hey, get the information or just ignore it, but you'll be on the list and you'll know when we doing shows, because I'm going to start posting up in there every time I'm doing a show. I don't know why I wasn't using it before, but I'm like, hell, man, well, what do we have to lose? All right. So tonight we are on Folktales for Grown Folks, and man, oh man, have I got a folktale for y'all tonight. We're going to run through it and do what we got to do so I can get ready for the show in the morning. But I got a few things I want to share with you before we get to that. Because one of the things that I'm experimenting with is TikTok. And I'm finding that on Black TikTok, like Black Twitter, you got a lot of good information coming out. A lot of people being very creative in 1 minute or less. So I'm going to share some of that stuff with you tonight so that y'all can see what I'm talking about. So let's go and make our transition. All right, first thing that's going to pop up is the free e-course. Of course, this is the post. So when you come here, you got all the posts that we've been given and some of the stuff that we be giving away for free. Some of the stuff that's not really readily available. But, you know, in the 7-day e-course, what we cover is Unleashing the Power of the Nguzo Saba. Talking about the Players Pyramid. Oh, where that book at? Where is that? This one right here. Yeah. That one right there, Players Pyramid. I put that together on my way out of college. Day 2, understanding how to use folktales myths a legend, Folktales for grown folks, to why we do this show right here. Day 3, wisdom mining, tribal quotes. That's a show we do on Ujima nights, or as well as when I'm dropping the proverbs and the quotes on a daily basis on TikTok, and you can see it on our Instagram as well. And once whatever's going on with me and Facebook is over, maybe you'll start getting it until they put me off again. Pouring of libations, I talk about the daily toast and the importance of libations. Day 5, pulling it all together. The Warriors Handbook, I got one of those somewhere around here. My Warrior Handbook. It's around here somewhere. Where are you at? Oh, there you go. Warrior Handbook. As you can see, my filing system is very similar on my job. You know, boom, Warriors Handbook for life's journey. Day 6, power meditation by the numbers, and day 7, 224 self-help process and the 21-day Nguza Saba challenge. We talk about all that stuff, and you can just go on, drop your email in there, and you get information, and also you get all the posts that we do, like join us live. Boom, I put that up there. So all you gotta do is click it, and it'll take you straight to where we are. You know what I'm saying? Take you straight to where we are. So once you click on that link up there on the Gumroad, you'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to keep up with us, right? Here's what you're helping us build. Boom, boom, boom. That's something that went out to some of the people today. You're on the email list, as well as you know where to come and check the post out. All right, so you know, like I said, follow us on Gumroad. If you're not on Gumroad and you're a creator, all I can say is shame on you, because Gumroad is excellent, because not only does it allow you to share the stuff that you create, it also gives you a platform in which you can sell your stuff and set your stuff up so that you can stay in contact with those that are in support of you. Also, it allows you to post up stuff so that your people that are trying to see what you up to lately, they could come and do, like, you know. So, you know, I haven't been using it to the fullest, so I have to start using all my tools, because now we're starting to get cut off of stuff. So now, where else are we going from here? From here, we're going to go over to our Facebook. I'm going to refresh it, bring it up to speed, and let's do our quick TikTok thing. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. There you go, right there. I got the link. I got another link up in here for it as well. You go right here to the Gumroad. Keep up with us. Gumroad. All right, so let's go and see what's going on here. Now, this was a very intelligent one. Little brother by the name, he called himself Black Food Fridays on TikTok. I don't know what he called himself. Watch me turn hateful lemons into delicious lemonade. Watch this. Very entertaining, very entertaining, very entertaining, and very quick. Let's go and watch what young man does.
A lot of white people in my DMs saying stuff like, "What if there's a White Food Wednesday, huh? How would you feel about that?" First of all, I wouldn't care. And second of all, I decided to buy White Food Wednesday. Your move, racist. Since I started Black Food Fridays, there have been a lot of white people in my DM.
Now, this young man, right? The reason I wanted to show this one was because he was, very, very intelligent move. Now, those that don't know how to purchase URLs, he went in, and because he always picked up Black Food Fridays, he had a bunch of people complaining about, well, what about White Food Wednesdays or something like that? So he went out and he bought the URL, which means that if anybody else wants to use their URL, they have to come through him. Very intelligent move. We want to give this young man a round of applause. I wish I knew. I want his name. I want his name. What's your name, man? What is
saying stuff like, "What if there's a White Food Wednesday, huh? How would..."
What is it, White Food Wednesday? What is his name? He don't got his name on here. I shared it. All right, Black Food Fridays. That's his name. So you can look him up on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And check him out. Young people getting out here, getting some wise stuff in. Now, this is a brother by the name of D. Cook. He is a motivational speaker. So go and listen to this one very closely, family. Go and listen to it, because this is Folktales for grown folks. But yet I still want to expose you to some of the positive stuff that's being created by us on all different platforms. And right now, since I'm taking a deep dive into TikTok and trying to figure it out, I want to share it with you. Here you go. Bow.
Hey, yo, peace and love, family, and hear me when I tell you that everybody don't deserve to have backstage passes to your life. You feel what I'm saying, fam? Yep. Everybody got different energy levels, different motives. Everybody don't deserve to stand next to you and know what your move is. So some of them people that you got backstage with you, you need to move them all the way out there to the balcony, because everybody that's with you is not necessarily for you. Yep. And a lot of people that's standing next to you, they ain't standing next to you because they rooting for you. They not trying to see you succeed. They just want to be the first person on location to bear witness to when you fall. So you got to make sure that people that you got backstage don't belong in the balcony, and you may have some strong comrades in the balcony that belong backstage. Make sure you have your people positioned. You got to be deliberate with this right here. You hear me, family? Everybody don't deserve to be backstage with you, and that's what it is. It's your boy, author and national speaker D. Cook. Now let's get it, family. Hey, yo.
D. Cook, y'all heard it right here on Gianni Journey. Brother Code was one of the first ones that when I got on to TikTok, was one of the first ones that I saw doing tutorials showing people how to do things on TikTok. And also he's a motivational speaker, and he was speaking some truth. Some people just don't belong backstage in your life. Some people just don't belong on backstage. They need to be all the way in the back. Put their ass all the way in the back. You know what I'm saying? Start cleaning up your life. Start surrounding yourself with other winners and people that want to push you up. Right? Because like in what we're doing, and a lot of stuff that what we're doing, you have to build it up almost like a pyramid. For some reason, everybody thinks that it's going to be equal going up. No, it's going to be somebody that's going to shine. And oftentimes what happens is we be fighting over who's going to shine, rather than letting those that shine, and we push them to the top and find a way to make sure that everybody that's in our pyramid is able to benefit. Rather than fighting to be at the top of the pyramid, you might not be meant to be at the top of the pyramid. You might be the one that support the capstone, or you might be the base. But with a pyramid, everything is supposed to flow down, right? So everybody don't belong in your backstage or in your immediate support group. We got to start erecting borders. Something else that happened to me today that's going to make me move a little bit faster, because I got a series that I'm calling I'm Thinking, right? And in the I'm Thinking series, one of the things I'm going to talk about is self-mastery and nation building. I'm going to break it down. And I heard a quote today because I got a book. What is the name of the book that I'm looking at right now? Hold on. I'll give y'all the name of the book. The name of the book that I'm listening to, because I do a lot of driving, is by a dude by the name of Jordan B. Peterson. And it's called Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life. And there's a quote out that book that kind of shook me up when I heard it. It says that when ignorance destroys culture, a monster arises. When ignorance destroys culture, monsters arise. Right? And we have ignorance attacking our culture, inside and outside. Monsters arise when ignorance attack culture. We got a lot of ignorance popping off around us, family. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of monsters coming up. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla just stepping on shit. You know what I mean? You think everything going good, then all of a sudden, motherfuckers go left and turn into Godzilla and throw out radioactive breath and start stomping on shit. Like it's one of those 1970 old monster movies with the fake cars and shit. Just, ah! That's because the culture's destroyed. So when there's no culture, you can't have nothing but beasts and monsters arise. We got to be clear. This is why here at Gianni Journey, we always talk about these proverbs. We talking about these folk tales, because these are foundation builders for erecting a culture. This is why we talk about culturally stabilizing holidays, because the holidays remind us about what we're supposed to do. Actually, your daily life is supposed to remind you of what you're supposed to be doing. You should be having things going on, rituals and ceremonies in your personal life, and rituals and ceremony in your family life, and rituals and ceremonies in your tribal life, building up to it. So I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about that. And those that are on the mailing list, y'all gonna be getting. I'm gonna be having some real conversations about this, and I ain't gonna be long-winded, because I'm gonna be using the TikTok method. I got 60 seconds. So I'm going to have to chop it up. Might have 30 parts. Part 1 dash 15 or some shit like that. I don't know. Here go another one. Got a little sister, Prince J on TikTok. He's listening to a girl named Nia, and here she go. So see, some people that if you get on TikTok, you can look for. They got some good stuff. Her name is Nia.
It's called Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. And in the very first chapter, we go over the depth and the magnitude of Black America's social-economic predicament. It explains how over 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow laws, and the benign neglect of Black people, as well as the maldistribution of nearly 100% of this country's wealth and power, has left Black people at the bottom of the social strata. It also explains how the social-economic disparities between the racial groups has caused a modern-day monopoly that is protected by structural racism. Claude also goes into explaining the 3 different impediments that are stopping the Black community from becoming self-sufficient and competitive. Number 1 is maldistribution of wealth. The second is the inappropriate social behaviors of Black people. And the third is there's no national empowerment plan that all Black people agree with. I'm going to need y'all to go get this book. Did y'all know we have a Black empowerment plan? It's called Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson.
All right, now, what I want you to notice is, because a lot of people that come and watch the show, y'all are really familiar with Claude Anderson and some of the stuff. But what I want you to notice is this. Hold on. Let me go.
And in the very first chapter,
look at how young these 2 people are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just be like, oh man, I get frustrated, and then I go to a place like TikTok, and sometimes less on Instagram, more on TikTok, where I'm seeing young people doing very intelligent stuff and dropping pertinent messages in 60 seconds. Oh my God, it is marvelous. Although I'm understanding TikTok is doing some fuck shit with the with their algorithms and stuff like that, but hey, I'm going to get it, and I am going to start sharing them on the show when I catch ones that are worth it. But just like with YouTube, what I'm going to start noticing is that the more I start pulling them down and saving them and sharing them, the less they're going to start coming. And it's cool. I know the creators are still creating, but they make it kind of hard for us to kind of unite, because the algorithm is if you ain't designing the algorithm, you don't know what they got it designed to do. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Nia, and shouts out to the brother Truth Crew. The name of he's Truth Crew 397 Prince J. And we got the little sister. They don't have her name on here, but we know her name is Nia. All right, let's move it on. Let's keep it moving so we can get to the folktale. Here we go. We got another TikTok. Oh, our food is killing us. Hold on. Get ready for this one, family. I hope you're ready. Strap your boots on, because this one is going to be hot.
The food we eat. In 1985, tobacco giant R.J. Reynolds bought Nabisco Foods. Tobacco pioneer Philip Morris bought General Foods, and 3 years later, Kraft Foods, making them the largest food producer in North America. And leaving the business of food in the capable hands of the same corporations who helped addict us to tobacco. Using the same tactics they used to promote tobacco, food companies set about peddling the entire planet a diet of processed goods, loaded with chemicals and additives masquerading as food. This new machine operates with specific targets in mind, like addicting consumers without them knowing it. The food we eat. In 19
called The Food We Eat. Now, I know it's a longer video. Homeboy took it off. Your CBD Life. Do some beautiful stuff up on 12/12/2020. Family, I hope y'all was listening. Tobacco companies, how many of y'all knew that? Tobacco companies were buying up. Man, food companies, right? So now not only are they making money on the tobacco, they're making money on the other stuff that we eat with tobacco. Damn. That's I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. But these young people posting this stuff up. There's some old folks on there too. Let's go and check her out real quick. Let's see what she got to say. Check this out. Young lady, look at her face. Young. Her name is Janaya W on TikTok. Check her out. Let's see what she got to say. Come on, girl.
If you're a part of Black TikTok, please stop and watch this video. It's only a 60-second video. Come on now, I know you got the time. My page is about the upliftment of the Black community and ways that we can create economic power for ourselves. Now, a lot of people don't understand how to do that, and the best way to do that is to buy Black and only Black. But then again, we run into another problem. Where are all the Black businesses in my city? This website is called Support Black Owned. You go ahead and you type in your location, your city, you type in what you need, and it'll show you the closest Black-owned business that provides exactly what you need for you. Good luck with that, guys. Please, please, please use this source. I have started using it, and I found so many amazing Black businesses around me. It's amazing. If you're a part of Black TikTok, please.
Y'all see that? Young? Look at her face. Young. Give you hope. Give me hope. Oh, such a beautiful thing. Thank you, young lady. Thank you for giving me hope. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see what's... I got another one on here. Here goes something else for y'all. Get ready. All right. This is one. Campus on TikTok. This girl is a common... I guess she like a meme or something. So she asks a question and people answer. So here you go. And get ready. If you ain't got your notebook out, get ready for some quick information. Here it comes. Well, I thought it was coming.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal? So this site called littlesis.org is a database of the who's who and who knows who at the heights of business and government. They describe themselves as an involuntary Facebook of the 1% and as a resource of investigating cronyism, conflicts of interest, and systemic corruption. Looking at some of their side projects, the Oligrapher, you can see the corporations that fund police foundations, as well as the police foundations that work with corporate power. And then they have like a whole course on mapping power, research for the resistance, and they have a toolkit and research guides and how you can build your own research pod. What's a piece of information that you learned?
So there is a site called Little Sister that will let us know who is connected to who and who's doing business with who so that we can follow the money. All in 60 seconds on TikTok. Incredible. Hold on, this is my daughter. You can't see how I'm doing my show, woman? With who? Who? Shut up. Oh, goddamn. That ain't no good news. I'm on my show. Let me call you back. Goddamn. All right. You old. Bye. My daughter called me to let me know I'm going to be a great-grandfather, I guess. Wow. Okay. Goddamn.
That feels... What's a piece of information that you learned?
Ain't a way to do no show. Let's get to the folktale so I can find out what the hell going on. All right. Family, for those that don't know, on Giami Journey, you can go to our shirts. We got the shirts for your day. Rep your day. You go through and you can find the shirt that you want. I didn't have enough time to find the purple long sleeve, but I know they might. Purple's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? But each day is represented. Represent your day. All right, so now, without any further ado, let's go to the folktale of the day. Folktale of the day. Frogs pick a king. I know that ain't what I wrote, but on this one, the frogs asking for a king. All right. And what does this have to do with us? Now, lines are open, 614-556-4535. Lines have been open, so I'm assuming that nobody is out there right now. So I'm just talking. I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna try to drop it in the best way I can. If there's anybody out there that want to try to come on, and if you want to be seen, I can send you a link where you get on our Kwanzaa meets. We can sit down and we can break some shit down, right? Because this is wisdom mining. This is where it all starts, right? Culture started around the fire. Once we got the fire together and stuff, and not even before the fire, because out of the culture came the fire, because the culture is formed around us to protect us, right? Protect us, to bring balance, because the culture is the order, nature is, in a sense, the disorder, and that balance helped morph and shape us, because the relationship between the culture and nature allowed us to move through it. So by us having a culture, we was able to protect ourselves and live longer. And because we was able to live longer, we're able to create things to extend our lives and to protect us even more, to the point of where we are right now, where I'm able to talk to you all over the world right now from a basement with just a little funny looking TV type thing called a computer, and a mic, and a camera. And it's affordable enough for everybody to get. But all this started by groups of people coming together and learning about nature, developing a culture. All right? So there's other shit that go with that too, but we're going to stop there. All right, the frogs asking for a king. The frogs, grieved of having not established rulers, send an ambassador to Jupiter entreating for a king. That means they were begging. Perceiving their simplicity, he cast down a huge log into the lake. The frogs were terrified at the splash occasioned by its fall and hid themselves in the depths of the pool. But as soon as they realized that the huge log was motionless, they swam again to the top of the water, dismissed their fears, climbed up, and began squatting on it in contempt. After some time, they began to think to themselves, ill-treated in the appointment of so inert a ruler, and sent a second deputation to Jupiter, pray that he would set over them another sovereign. He then gave them an eel to govern them. When the frogs discovered his easy good nature, they sent yet a third time to Jupiter, beg him to choose for them still another king. Jupiter, displeased with all their complaints, sent a heron, or crane, who preyed upon the frogs day by day till there were none left to croak upon the lake. Man, family, oh man, there's a story in that frogs prayed for a king but got a log, prayed again and got a stork who started to have a feast on them. All right. Here's the moral. People are never satisfied. All right, because I want us to look at this one, right? And this one is more popular than I thought, because this one has a lot. Look at all these morals and all of these translations. We got, be sure you can better your condition before you seek to change. Be sure you can better your condition before you seek to change. Right? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't test the water with both feet. Don't test the depths of the water with both feet. We got a Jeffrey Taylor, what they call it? Translation, Jeffrey Taylor translation. We got JBR collection. We got Townsend version, which I just read. We got Samuel Croxall. The application. Let's go and check this out. because these usually are pretty good. It is pretty extraordinary to find a fable of this kind, finished with the so bold and yet polite a term by Phaedrus, one who attained his freedom by the favor of Augustus and wrote it in the time of Tiberius, who were successfully tyrannically usurpers of the Roman government. If we may take his words for it, Aesop spoke it upon this occasion, when the commonwealth of the Athens flourished under good wholesome laws of its own enacting. Okay. They relied so much upon the security of their liberty that they negligently suffered it to run out into licentiousness. I think I said that right. And factions happening to be fomented among them by designing people much about the same time. Pistastros took that opportunity to make himself master of their citadel and liberties both together. The Athenians, finding themselves in a state of slavery, though their tyrant happened to be a very merciful one, yet could not bear the thought of it, so that Aesop, where there was no remedy, prescribed them to patience by the example of the foregoing fable, and adds, at last, wherefore, my dear countryman, be contented with your present condition, bad as it is, for fear change should be worse. All right. Let's go through this real quick, because this one's not going to take too long, because I'm going to tear this motherfucker up. So if there's anybody out there that want to have a conversation, feel free to call in, but I'm going to go and hit it. Let's go and break it down. We're going to go to our Toastin translation. The frogs, greedy at having no established ruler, sent ambassadors to Jupiter entreating for a king. Now, first off, why did the frogs want a ruler? Why did the frogs want a ruler, right? The frogs wanted some type of change, and the frogs believed that they needed a leader to make that change. So rather than the frogs bettering their own condition, they begged for a savior. They begged and waited. They were waiting for something else to come to change them. They wanted to be like others, right? Rather than embracing who they were and taking charge and trying to change it themselves. We got a caller. What's up?
What's up?
Who this?
You know who it is.
Is it CeeLo?
It's CeeLo.
What's going on? All right, so let's get back to it. So,
all right. I'm listening.
These frogs, rather than taking it upon themselves to, one, set up a system and elect a leader for themselves, left their destiny in the hand of God or a God. Sound familiar? They wanted a representative from God to come down and save them, or to change them, or to make things better, rather than making it better for themselves. Already a problem. All right, let's keep on going.
Okay.
Perceiving their simplicity. Now, this is the God looking down on them. Perceiving their simplicity, he cast down a huge log into the lake. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Okay, I'm going to cast down a log. Something that can be perceived as useless. He cast it down.
Let me guess what happened.
They
start worshiping that old worthless log, don't they?
Hold on. That ain't even the worst part. Because I'm going to connect the log as a good king. It's going. Well, give me a second. The frogs were terrified as the splash occasioned by its fall and hid themselves in the depths of the pool. But as soon as they realized that the huge log was motionless, they swam again to the top of the water, dismissed their fears, and climbed up and began squatting on it in contempt. Now, these frogs couldn't even recognize a good leader. These frogs asked for a king. They went to Jupiter. At that time, Jupiter or Zeus was, in that culture, was the high god. Jupiter blessed them, seeing their simplicity, threw down the log. Y'all life is the way it is. Y'all can make changes yourself. He sits down the log. Now, what a log does is a log floats in the middle of the water. And it serves all the frogs because they are able to hop up on the log and see what's going on. Right? This log served, but these frogs became contemptuous of this log. This log is useless. They got what they wanted. But no, they wanted something else. They wanted to be like everybody else. They wanted a leader. I don't know, and we're not even clear what the hell the frogs want a leader for. Sound familiar? We don't even know what they want a leader for. We don't even know what they need a leader for. Frogs, they was gonna rebel? What they was gonna? You know what I'm saying? What the hell are you gonna do? All right, cool. All right, so they go back. After some time, they began to think to themselves, ill-treated. They thought they was ill-treated. He put a log down there. The log wasn't going to eat them. The log wasn't charging them nothing. The log was just there serving. Float. No, the log wasn't good enough. We need something else. After some time, they began to think themselves ill-treated in the appointment of so inert a ruler, and sent a second deputation to Jupiter to pray that he would set over them another sovereign. So, being dissatisfied with the log, they say, "Here, we don't want this log. We want another king. We want another ruler. Please send us something else." Now, listen to y'all. I want y'all to listen to this because many of us we have issues with this as a people, and many of us, we may have issues with this in our personal relationships, in our personal life. This is why it's called wisdom mining. Sometimes you might get dirty. Sometimes you might get hurt. But if you take the time to get out and dig this shit out and really start looking at these folktales for what they are, rather than what you told they were, you're going to extract some wisdom that you're going to be able to improve your life with. All right. So Jupiter then gave them an eel to govern them. So he gave him an eel. Okay. An eel. Not a frog. The first time he didn't give him a frog, he gave him an inert object, an object that just served. All it did was serve and float. And frogs like to be on top of stuff so they can see what's coming. They can see when a bird's coming. They can get out there, they can grab some sunshine in the middle of the water. They ain't got to worry about when their enemies is coming and swimming at them. They can see them. They can hop off the log and swim away. The log was providing a service, but the log was humble. The log was quiet. The log wasn't live enough for them. Sound kind of familiar? Sound kind of familiar.
They need something. They need somebody to be ruling over them.
Right. So he sent them an eel. Now, but this was the issue. When the frogs discovered his easy good nature, they sent yet a third time to Jupiter, beg him to choose for them still another king. So the eel, like, y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm cool. All right. Eel was no. Eel was like, yo, I'm just gonna do my thing, blah blah blah.
I'm out.
I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. I'm your king. Okay, rub my eel feet and stuff like that, and y'all going by. They like, nah, you too easy, man. We need a king. Now check this out, family. Check this out. First off, the frogs didn't take action for themselves. The frogs begged for a king from outside themselves, from outside their culture, from outside of who they were. They went to Jupiter to ask for a king. They asked for one. They asked for two. Now they're going to ask for three. So they sent somebody else to go beg Jupiter, and Jupiter was like, all right, I'm, cool. Y'all getting on my nerve. All right, I got just the king for you. So Jupiter, displeased with all their complaints, sent a heron or a stork or a crane who preyed upon the frogs day by day till there were none left to croak upon the lake.
Oh. Well then. Now what?
Oh, there's no more frogs.
So, were they happy with that?
We don't know. They all gone. At least that lake worth of frogs. But the lesson is, the lesson for me that I'm picking up from it is this. First off, if you want something, why you can't organize to get it yourself?
Well, that would be too much like right. That's my
That'd
mother
be too
used
much
to
like
say.
right. I mean, CeeLo, you hear me? Does this sound familiar to you? Does it sound like, something that we deal with? I mean, it's almost like the frogs are waiting for some type of divine. They was waiting for divine intervention, and when the divine intervention happened, they realized that the price for them was their lives.
You know, yeah, a lot of people are, they're not okay with just, ordinary life circumstances and entertainment. They need more excitement. Even if it means, that it could be, dangerous or more life threatening.
Right.
But it's exciting. I came up through the 80s, when crack was going.
Right.
I ain't never even smoked marijuana. I had no interest in any more excitement than I already had. So, but I don't know. But a lot of people I knew got taken out, man.
Got taken out.
So I don't know what was it. People do these things for different reasons, but there are some people who did it just for the excitement and for the fun. Like these kids, with this recent heroin and opioid addiction. These kids in Dublin and Powell and Westerville and. They just doing it because it's something to do and it's fun and exciting.
It looks fun. It looks exciting.
What looks fun about that? That is not. Heroin does not look exciting. Okay.
Well, I mean, now it's because you experienced crack. We came through an age where we got to see the results of that. By the time a lot of our kids and our grandkids, or kids that will be the age of our grandkids, come through here, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was cleaned up.
Mm.
And then on top of that, we're not providing leadership and adventure for them. You know what I'm saying? We saying, school and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, in many ways, we have surrendered our community to a heron. I mean, and it's kind of funny that the name of the bird that they saying is heron. We surrendered our community to an outside leadership, to an outside culture that can only exist in the consumption of us. Family, in many cases, we are the frog waiting for leadership. Rather than being leaders within ourselves and rising up. I mean, just imagine if you could select people to go and beg for you, you could select people to lead you. But you see, the frogs really didn't want leadership. They wanted somebody to come in and make decisions for them. Make hard decisions for them. Maybe they couldn't agree amongst themselves or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole thing sounds so familiar to me. Every time I read some of these, it's like, damn, our ancestors have left us the answer, and we gloss over and be like, oh, this shit just for kids. And we miss the whole point. Are we the frog praying to a God to send us a leader? And when they sent us leaders, you know what I'm saying, because we could sit on them and because they served us, we didn't like them.
Mm.
And then when he sent other ones that was just like, y'all gonna organize yourself. Nah, organize. We went through that phase too. We had laid back leaders that was like, yo, no, I'm not the leader. Organize. Now, if we go into our communities, if there is a community leader, that community leader is consuming us, living off of us. I just posted up a video about some of these pastors of these big churches that are.
But that's what these people want. These people
that's what they want.
These people to be parasites over them.
Right.
And I'm just like, why? What is wrong with y'all? But
well, part of it is because you missed earlier. A quote that I read in the book today that got my mind working like crazy was that when ignorance kills culture, monsters arise.
Ignorance kills culture.
Monsters arise.
Well, yeah. But so much. So, there was a couple things that, sometimes when we, and you guys mentioned Dr. Claude Anderson earlier, but I heard him give a whole, I don't know if you want to call it a lecture, but he was talking about, how we got to where we are.
Right.
And a lot of the time, he felt like it seemed like he was expressing that at the pivotal point that we were seeking integration and to assimilate, we were willing to relinquish our own.
Right.
Our own communities were self-sufficient and very vibrant and self-contained. But it was like, well, no, we got to be able to participate in their society. We need to be able to go to their hotels. And, we had bus companies. We had taxi cab companies. We had, all these types of parallel things. But at some point, it became an issue to participate and assimilate and support that which was outside of us, and thus our businesses began to fail.
Well, our businesses were consumed.
If it wasn't a case of that, sometimes they just out and out destroyed them.
Right.
But I'm speaking right now of just the situations where we stopped going to our areas to support and purchase. When I moved to Columbus in 1989, Mount Vernon Avenue still was fairly, viable. I've watched that area completely just disappear and disintegrate.
And disintegrate.
Into nothingness.
Because the culture was destroyed by ignorance. And you could see the monster sitting on the corners. You could see the monster flowing around. You can see it.
Yeah. So I used to come over to the Coming Home Festival, even though I wasn't from Columbus, but I found out about it. There used to be a restaurant over there called Modoc's Fishery. They had the best fish sandwiches. I used to come over there, at least once a week to get my fish sandwich.
And the coming home was like national. I mean, it's like you had people coming from all over. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these young people don't even know about the coming home.
Don't know nothing about it.
Don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with the Juneteenth celebration, because the Juneteenth celebration started blowing up because a lot of people had their energy from the Coming Home Festival after that got canceled. So it's a lot of stuff. I mean, once
And now you
Go
look
ahead.
at Columbus now. Now you look at Columbus now. What also happens on Juneteenth?
All right, now it's the gay pride piece.
They have commandeered it.
They commandeered it.
They've made it the exact same weekend.
Now, not only
They
that,
have made it the exact same weekend, and they got downtown. They got all the major venues locked up in terms of a centralized celebration.
right
They take over Central Ohio,
now, and this is the
Central Columbus, so
this
to
is
speak.
this
You know what
one,
I'm saying?
this is one of the things that we hit since you left, right? So we had an issue here where a young lady was trying to do a Juneteenth celebration, and she was told by the gay community that she couldn't throw Juneteenth on that day because that was the day of Black Gay Pride.
Oh, you freaking kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'll talk to you about it offline.
No. I'm just saying. How does that make sense?
Well,
how does any of that make sense?
Well,
and you can't tell me that was not by design.
Well,
because they are always trying to parallel, compare, contrast, and align what they deal with and go through with what we dealt with, are still dealing with and go through. And it's not the same. It is not the same. But they always do that. And they've managed. I can't accept any other reason why they put it on that weekend.
Well, I can. I'll give you one right now. You ready?
What?
You ready?
What?
When ignorance destroys culture, monsters arise. What we have is because
that was sitting right there in our face.
Right.
Wait a minute. Those should not be on the same day. Those should not be on the same day. Why couldn't Pride be
I would argue that. I would say this. It's disrespectful to say that we couldn't have Juneteenth because y'all was doing y'all thing. If you just shut your mouth and mind your business and handle your business, you wouldn't have to worry about what we did. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I have no qualm because Columbus and the world is big enough to have a whole bunch of celebrations going on at the same time. But when you come and you say that somebody can't throw something because it's your day, when you know what I'm saying, that's monstrous behavior. When you have no culture, it allows for the monsters. And what is a monster? A monster is something that is unnatural. What is a monster? A monster is something that does not belong. For example, some people when we think of monsters, we try to go into the Hollywood thing. But when you take certain animals into certain environments where they don't belong and they are able to get in that environment and take over, like a cat in certain wilderness is a monster because there's nothing in that wilderness that can stop the cat from doing whatever it wants. So we ain't talking about a disformed, ugly thing. We're talking about something that's able to take advantage of an environment. That's what a monster is. It don't belong in the environment. It don't fit into the cycle of the environment. And if it's allowed to continue, it would destroy the environment. That's what a goddamn monster is. Let's be very clear about that. So when you erase the culture of a people and that culture is trying to come back, what is the monster going to do? The monster is going to fight off the culture. Why? Because without that culture there to protect the people, you know what I'm saying? It has open prey just running around ready to be eaten. And as long as we act outside of our culture, we're going to be ate up like these frogs with the hair on. We got a bunch of herons that are running around in our community, eating us up economically, socially, educationally, and whatever other way you want to think about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Get me all hyped up. I'm calling all the way here from North Carolina. You better leave me alone with your fine self.
I just wanted to participate.
Yes, and I appreciate you. When you gonna start your show?
I don't know. What's a good time slot? What do you think?
Well, Navita and Concord, Ujima. I have a show on Coogee and Ujima. Like I said, you let me know what you want to do, and we'll make it work. Because now this is the piece that a lot of people don't understand. With what we're doing, we can record and broadcast on different days.
Whenever, right.
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 You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We have a network now. Right now, I don't know if you noticed,
Well,
but
I
we
wanna
blocked
get,
on
like,
everything.
a set time frame so I can, like, garner a following. You know what I mean?
Right.
People can know consistently. Oh, okay. Check out, CeeLo on this day at this time doing,
Right.
doing CeeLo.
So pick the day.
So let's see. So you
pick
said
the
you got
time.
something on. You got something on.
I could change either one of mine because I stopped doing late
Yeah,
nights.
Coogee Taqueria.
Right.
So okay.
I got Coogee and Ujima, but I could one of those days can be I could take that. I could take any one of those shows out, switch out to which one is.
Well, I'm probably thinking more either like.
You might need to teach people how to do Sunday meals.
That's what I was thinking.
Excuse
Maybe
me.
a Omani.
Right.
Omani
I gotta do those push-ups.
To do meals.
Right.
To do meals so people can, maybe think about, getting some meals together for, having a better week. For far as meals for your family. Doing like a meal prep type of thing almost. But I don't do meal prep like putting food in containers. But what I do is I would do like, cook 2 or 3 different meals that can take us through the week.
Ooh. Those out there that would be interested in that, let us know. Yeah. Even though, because I don't even get a count of how many people watching or how many people listening anymore. CeeLo, I've been kicked off of all my channels on Facebook. I'm only able to stream on 2 channels on YouTube, and all this stuff happened at the same time, about the same time, and my site crashed. I don't even know how did you hear about the show?
Today?
Yeah.
Just now?
Yeah.
I was just scrolling my page on my timeline on Facebook, and you were there.
Oh. Under Navita's, or you just saw the link?
It was actually live on my timeline.
Hold on.
It was something that I scrolled past.
That was Navita's page. Yeah.
It was Navita's page?
Yeah. They won't let us. I mean, I'm telling you, I've been cut all the way off.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been cut all the.
Yeah, you're right. It is live on Navita's page. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I didn't know what it was. I just saw you.
Right.
I just started listening.
Because Navita helped the brother out because the world is me against the world. I'm about to do.
Oh no.
I'm about to cut.
So yeah, so I
show my tattoos. Shit.
Okay, so cool. So yeah, I think that would probably be the best thing. I think that would probably be the best.
But you don't now. I want you to know you don't have to film it on Imani. I just need you to know.
Correct.
Because we can set a time on Imani to have the show, and we can advertise it and push it out on all our timelines. It don't have to show on Imani. You could prepare the show, and then we could drop it on Imani's.
Okay. I'm thinking either Kumba or Imani, because that's when I watch a lot of my cooking shows. The shows that I do watch. I watch a lot of shows on Saturdays and Sundays myself. So those are good days for me.
Well, you can do push-ups too, because you in the family. So
I'm horrible at push-ups. But
sit-ups
Kumba and Imani though, those are the days that I watch my shows that I do watch. A lot of times. There are a lot of them that I really like on those 2 days. But so I was just thinking, it seemed like that's a thing that people look at or watch. And I really do think, and I'm not in that mode so much anymore, but when I was raising my daughter when she was younger, the weeks went so much better if I did do that cooking on Imani. Because, once the week started going, you got to pick the kids up from school. You got to, if you the mom that's driving that week and they got to go to practice or they got to go, they participate in some after school activity, or they got to go to lessons, or they got to go, you know what I'm saying? It's so much easier just to be able to heat up and go.
You one of those organized. You was one of those organized mamas, huh?
Well, I had to be. I had to be. I mean, I was pulling the whole train. I mean, I didn't know you guys back then, but when my daughter was younger, but her father and I divorced when she was 1 year old. And I pretty much did, I still haven't remarried. So it was me and her all those years. So whatever had to be done, I had to do it. It just, it made it much easier if I took care of that stuff on Imani. And then once Monday through Friday hit, we had to hit the ground running to the week ended. Because, these kids, they got something every day after school. They got a lesson, they got a practice, they got an activity, they got a project, they got, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at some point, somebody got to go to sleep. Somebody got,
Right.
You got to do hair. You got to do hair. You got to sleep. You got to clean up. You got to, So having meals already, like lasagnas or soups or stews or pots of beans and, rice. She and I both love pasta and we love Italian food. So, having those things already done and we just grab it and heat it up is just amazing. It made things much better than having to say, because I've never been one to feed my child processed food. I've never been one that was big on fast food. So I would rather be able to quickly come in the house and put something on the table.
All right.
Like a lot of times, especially in the summertime or the warmer months, I would fill up the grill on Imani and, just grill a whole bunch of stuff and then put it in containers. So then, Monday through Friday, make a baked potato, make a salad, steam some vegetables. You got a meal. You ready to roll.
Right.
All
right. So, y'all heard it here. CeeLo gonna be having a cooking show. It's gonna start popping off on Imani's. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna do some planning. So let's shoot for maybe y'all can expect something around the summertime once CeeLo gets settled in her new location. I mean, she probably settled already, but I want to get a little bit more settled.
We can do it in the spring. We're gonna do it in the. I think I can be ready to do something in the spring because I think people, especially start looking towards like, we're gonna talk about stuff like canning and pickling and
right.
What we need getting them gardens going.
What I need to do is I need to talk with you about cameras. Yeah, okay. we need to look at camera. I mean, you got pretty good phone cameras. The phone cameras are the bomb. So we got to figure out how we gonna do it. Because if you got old phones as well, you can set those up and you can film from 2 different angles, and we got the young people to go on and cut them up so that we can put them together. But we'll talk about that on another time. But family, I want to thank y'all for joining us. I'm about to get up out of here because y'all know I can't do the show up until I had to start doing the show early. So this is Brother Hatim. CeeLo, you got any closing words for him before we get up out of here?
No, just one love. Always thinking about you guys. Always sending that energy, and I feel y'all's energy with me. So
I want to thank you for calling in, and I love you. You have a great night. And family, I love each and every last one of y'all. Those are supporting Daily Toasters and all that. We will see you in the morning. This is Brother Hatim, and I am out.
Okay.
I say.
Hotep, my brothers and sisters. This is Prince Khalifa. Guide and direct my voice so that those
Peace. This is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Giami Journey Radio.